Zaku Baruch. Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. So we are continuing the halachot of the 9 days, and let's talk about eating meat. So no eating meat, and that includes chicken during the 9 days, except for Shabbat, of course. Shabbat, and as I like to point out, even if Tisha B'Av falls out on Shabbat, we push off Tisha B'Av to Sunday, and that Shabbat we eat meat, and it's the Shulchan Aruch writes, even Seudah Shalishit of that Shabbat is like the table of Shlomo HaMelech, so the greatness of Shabbat. So of course on Shabbat we do eat meat, and we make it regular. Some have the custom to not have meat on that Shabbat. That's a really weak custom if you ask me. Good question. Because there's a mitzvah as well called To'ameh Chaim Zachu, where you should try the Shabbat food in general before Shabbat to see if it needs anything, it's missing something, because on Shabbat you want to have it in the best way. So can you do that on Friday of thing? No. Right. Yeah. You want to, yeah, so, right. But so if a woman wants to taste the food to see, she should taste without putting, no, she should taste, or the husband, but taste without swallowing. If you want to, to see if it needs food, if it needs spices. If there's any special what? Sorry. Shabbat before, Shabbat Chazon. There's the Haftarah. There is, on Shabbat there is not that much Avelut supposed to be, but we have the custom. We read the Haftarah in the last 3 weeks, different tune to bring us into the mode of Tisha B'Av. But that's so it's a sadder Haftarah we'll read, and then that's why the next Haftarah after is Nachamu, is the consolation. Hashem consoles us, etc. So that's Shabbat Nachamu is a very big Shabbat after Tisha B'Av, after 3 weeks. It's a big thing. Even also the leftover meat shouldn't be eaten after Shabbat as well. Leftover meat, right? So we're going to talk about it not today, but what about children? You give it to your children. So you want to make it kind of exact. Now the question is, what about Rosh Chodesh itself? Rosh Chodesh Av. Can you have meat on Rosh Chodesh Av? So there is a debate about it. And I go with what I learned from Rabbi Asayag, and I confirmed this when I spoke to him the other day, that he says like this: if a person every Rosh Chodesh, he makes a thing with Hashem, every Rosh Chodesh I want to eat meat. I want to have a nice seudah every Rosh Chodesh. And you honor Rosh Chodesh, fine. So then you always honor Rosh Chodesh, and even Rosh Chodesh Av, you could have a meat seudah. But if for you, Rosh Chodesh, every Rosh Chodesh is the same thing, unfortunately, you treat it the same. So now all of a sudden Rosh Chodesh Av, now you want to have meat with Davka? No, you can't, you don't have meat on that day. So if you always treat Rosh Chodesh, give it, and you have a meat meal on Rosh Chodesh, you could have meat on Rosh Chodesh Av as well. But let's say there's a Brit Milah during the 9 days, or a Pidyon Haben during the 9 days, and you're invited, you are allowed to have a meat seudah at that time. Now here's where there's a debate, or there's a little bit of a gray area, a Siyum Masechet. So we know that for to break the fast of the firstborn, Tanit Bechor, we have a Siyum Masechet, and it's a Simcha, and we eat, and therefore we don't fast on the Tanit Bechorot. So through a Siyum Masechet, now you have a Simcha, now we can have a meat. So a lot of the I'm recording, but it's okay. A lot of the Ashkenaz camps, I would say, they have this leniency, and the sleepaway camps, they make Siyum Masechet, and then they have meat during the 9 days. I don't know. Personally, the way I learned is that if it happened to be, let's say a person's doing Daf Yomi, and every siyum, he makes a siyum, they make a siyum out of it, or daf shavua, right? And they make a siyum, and it happened to finish during the 9 days, then you, by all means, if you always make a siyum, you always have a meat meal in general, then you can make a siyum if that's when it happened to fall out. Or, and this is the one time I ate meat during the 9 days, during the not Shabbat, was someone invited me for his parents' nachala, and they said, my son's making a siyum for the nachala. So that is, you're not making a siyum because you want to have meat. You're making a siyum for the nachala, and then they serve meat thing in honor of the nachala. So then I partook in that siyum. So if it's happened to happen, if during the 9 days, then you could go with the siyum masechet in order to have meat. If not, then really it's not a time to look for loopholes. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha tonight at 7:10. Have a good day, everyone. Tana D'Eliyahu.